Well, if it's not potholes, it's sinkholes on the N1. The state of Johannesburg's roads leave much to be desired, and it's clear the new city administration has its work cut out for it after the recent rains exposed just how many road holes need fixing. Well, as ratepayers continue to foot the bill, what are the plans? We've got reporters out there, Bateman and Lindokuhle Xulu, who are out on the roads this morning. Let's start with you, Barry. You're on the N1 near a massive sinkhole very close to Centurion.
Yeah, quite right, Annika, being Centurion, and if you'd known from the days of construction of the train, this is a dolomitic area, and that's what we understand to be the underlying cause for the sinkhole that is behind me, which appeared about 2 weeks ago. You would have recalled throughout December and the previous months we've been having a lot of rain, and this is where a sinkhole has formed. But very problematic, given that this is at the intersection of the N1 and the R21. This is one of the main areas where traffic comes together, making its way to Johannesburg. So you can imagine, I'm going to step aside just for a second, Annika. So firstly, you can just have a look at the area that has been cordoned off. We've lost about 3 lanes over there, and this is, of course, causing significant traffic snarlbacks. I was traveling on this highway just the other day. I live in Pretoria. I use this route, and you're backed up as far as Garsfontein, sometimes Atterbury, and it takes you a good 30 minutes before you even make it past here. So significant frustration from motorists, but I am going to be speaking to an engineer a little bit later who's going to give me all the information on, firstly, have they identified the underlying cause, what's going to be done to fix it, and the big question, Annika, when is it going to be fixed?
I think that's what everybody wants to know. I mean, I see that traffic en route to Pretoria and Joburg when I'm in Joburg, and it's just absolutely awful. I mean, you can sit in there for hours. Lindo, let's go to you. You're at a taxi rank in Johannesburg. How are taxi commuters affected by potholes? I should think the damage to taxis is tremendously expensive.
That's right, Annika. In fact, we are going to touch base Nobabu Uzondi right now, who is from the Faraday Taxi Association. But you are right in saying that the motorists are the ones that bear the brunt of these unmaintained roads. And we've seen this for quite some time. At some point, government, including provincial government, had said that this was due to a backlog that was caused by the hard lockdown that we would have experienced in 2021. But it's way over that in terms of the months that have passed, but there is still this issue that is perpetuating, and right where we are is an intersection that is next to the pre-taxi rank, where many of the taxi drivers would be seen struggling to get out of here to go to their respective destinations. And we just want to bring in Bob Zondi just to give us a sense really of how motorists, of how taxi drivers are affected by this. Bob Zondi, siyabonga kakhulu tukhulume nathi sitshele ngale ndaba le yama-pothole that esiyibonayo lana amatekisi ngiyabona yasogola inesikhathi esingakanani ila.
Ngiyabonga baba, ngicela ukubingelela nje. Ama-potholes lawa asehlukumeze kakhulu ngoba asenesikhathi eside lama-potholes lawa khona lapha. Bebelungisile lapha 2 weeks back, belungisile lama-potholes lawa. Kodwa ukuhamba akupheli ngisho iviki umgwaqo lona ungazange ugubheke lapha. Imoto ziyahlukumezeka. Kuthola ukuthi imoto mangabe ijika lapha ilayisha abantu ayikhona ukujika, ayikhona ukwenza lutho nje ngalama-potholes lawa ala. Lama-potholes lawa sehlukumeze kakhulu odriver neemoto zabantu, ngoba manje bayafika laba bantu balungise, alipheli iviki, uthola ukuthi futhi sekuphinde kwabhoboka.
Yebo, uzike wakhuluma futhi about the fact that nike nacela kuhulumeni ukuthi akanisize nangama-pothole amanye futhi angaphakathi kwerenk. Ubona ngathi kubonakala ngathi akunasizo la.
La ngaphakathi sesinesikhathi eside kakhulu sinawo lama-pothole ngoba namanzi akugcwele amanzi laphana ayanuka, abantu bayahlukumezeka laba abagibelayo. Ama-potholes sesicele kaningi kumasipala ukuthi sicela silungisele la ngaphakathi. Usiza lokhu asinika lona ngalama-potholes agcwele la ngaphakathi. Mangabe ungasingangena nje manje kuwabuke nawe, ubuke imoto mangabe ingena lapha ukuthi ihlukumezeka kangakanani ngalama-potholes ala ngaphakathi. Sesidulekile, asazi manje ukuthi kufanele singene kumuphi umnyango la sizoripota khona ngalama-potholes alapha ngaphakathi.
Okugcina nje baba, le imoto lezi eyilokhu idlula la kuma-pothole amathayi lawa lokho ayaphela ayalimala. Sithini-ke kwabomthetho abazoninikeza into ey'fana namathikithi namafayini ngoba amathayi wey'moto amoshekile kanti amoshwa yiwo la ma-pothole?
La uthola ukuthi imoto uma ngabe ijika lapho iyaphantsha khona la kulama potholes lawo. Iphantshele khona la ilayisha abantu. Uthola ukuthi manje kufanele abantu behle babuyele erenkeni bawungena ngaphakathi sibanikeze enye imoto. Futhi ayikho enye indlela esingahamba ngayo ngaphandle kwale ndlela le. Ngendlela ama lokhuzana imoto ehlukumezeka ngakhona. Indlela yi-1 yokujika lapha kuphela ayikho futhi enye.
So ningacela nje uhulumeni?
Sicela uhulumeni asilungisele umgwaqo la. Asivalele lama potholes lawo ukuze imoto zabantu zingahlukumezeki.
Thank you so much for your time. That is Ubabzondi, the rank manager here at the pre-taxi rank, and he speaks about the fact that these potholes have been here for quite some time. He speaks about the fact that they are fixed every now and then, but this is the situation that would then arise again in a couple of weeks or in a couple of days. So he speaks about saying that he's appealing to government. They have appealed before, but still appealing to even the municipality to say they must come and fix these roads, because he also speaks about the fact that their business is affected. Some of the taxis would get punctures, and then some of the commuters would have to go back in the taxi rank to actually get another taxi. So he speaks about a lot of issues, but certainly this would have been perpetuated in terms of this situation by some of the rains we've seen throughout the weeks. So it's certainly a call from the taxi industry here at the pre-taxi rank to say that something must happen in terms of the fixing of these potholes that are fixed at some point but rescind and go back into what they are today.
All right, thanks so much, Linda. Barry, I want to come back to you. Under whose jurisdiction is the responsibility to fix these potholes and sinkholes, which seem to be, as Linda was saying, they do occasionally get patched up, but then they just tend to deteriorate again?
Well, in this particular instance, dealing with a sinkhole, it is falling under the South African National Roads Agency, SANRAL, so they would be the ones who are going to maintain it. Although I must say, having travelled this highway every day, it is very well maintained. So, you know, what's happening in the cities and the metros, I mean, city of Tshwane, the roads around our area are a problem. But the main road between Johannesburg and Pretoria is pretty well maintained. There are always service vehicles on it, the scrubbers picking up the stones and the like. So while we expect this to take some time to fix, just given the large, you know, the significant nature or seriousness of the whole or engineering challenge that they're going to be facing, it ultimately will be fixed, and it's just a matter of time.
All right, thanks so much to Barry and Lindo, both of you out there on the roads and trying to help commuters deal with some of those bugbears that you have to put up with every single day. And hopefully we can put a little bit of pressure on authorities to make sure those roads are going to be kept in better nick.